There was a bunch of smoke that came up over this little building here. Monday, people, I had to take a break. I've been walking around a lot and I'm getting old, so my feet hurt. Also, I'm pretty sure these shoes aren't made for walking. That's not just what they'll do. One of these days, these shoes ain't gonna be walking all over you. A lot of kids today, end of the school year. So, you get a lot of the 5th and 8th grade trips, and then they don't do grad nights here like they do at Universal or Disneyland, but they do school trips here, so. And a lot of the bands, school bands and stuff. Let's take a walk. Walk with me. Today, just a nice leisurely stroll around the park, I'd say, before I go eat. I may meet a friend here, and by a friend I mean my wife, for food. I usually have to wait till she gets here to eat because she is the boss, and if I'm not hungry when she's hungry, I'm in big trouble, fellas. So let's head over to the topic that's kind of taken over the Knott's headlines, and that is Camp Snoopy. As you all know now, they've pushed the reopening date back from Memorial Day to the very vague and ominous date of summertime. Again, we all saw this happening, I'm sure, but to hear it, is always a little disheartening, Nevertheless, it is what it is. We all expected it, so let's... I bet you can't guess what that is that's interrupting us. Yeah, those guys. Those guys over there. Back to one. See how I did that? That's camera jargon. It's industry talk. I'm so clued in to what's going on with the haps with the industry. People still have their hopes up for this too, and I don't think we're going to be seeing that little presentation up there anymore. I think it's gone because if you look, there's nowhere on here that shows that they're planning on bringing that back. That's all painted nice and neat, and I just don't think we're going to be seeing that anymore. It's a bit of a shame, but I'm hoping that they can draw attention away from that with going to the park after 15 years. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, this is usually the time of year when Ghost Rider does go down, and between Scary and Merry Farm, it gets a lot of use in the summer and a lot of use during Scary Farm because the hours are so long, and it only runs 2 trains, so it's they want to make sure that it's available for the busy season, and this just makes the most sense for them to shut it down. Now, it does suck that you're not going to be able to ride it because it is the best ride here, but Accelerator's open, and if you ride that twice, it's like riding Ghost Rider once, right? I don't know. I've been told that. Chris from America's Coaster Network told me that. Okay, he didn't really tell me that. I don't want him suing me for defamation, so I just made that up right now. Okay, fine. Hey, Janice, good morning. A nice cloudy morning, right? I'm not gonna lie. If the weather was like this every day, I know I contradict myself when I talk about how excited I am about Soak City reopening, but if the weather was cloudy and dreary and cool every day here, I don't think I would complain. I love this weather so much. Wow, a lot's changed in an hour. I came through here at 10, granted it's when the park opened, so everybody rushed over to Hang Time, Accelerator, and Silver Bullet, but it looks like everybody's made their way over here to Camp Snoopy now. All the little kiddos, the little kiddos with their too big of heads and too short of legs, still growing into their bodies. Oh man, I almost stepped on one. I'm very excited to have another little one growing up in our house. You have no idea. People say I'm crazy. People say Andrea and I are crazy for having 4 kids in Los Angeles. To them, I say, you're crazy for not never mind. Forgot I ever said that. All right, so Snoopaloop is, it's not bad. Not bad at all. I'm surprised, actually. 'Cause it's not really summertime yet. People still doing their thing, though. Okay, here's the penitentiary walls. In case you're curious, not much going on here still, just dirt. And then the Happy Swing is still over across the street in the corner of the La Palma lot. Here, though, lots going on. I don't really get in depth with it in the update video, but I do talk about it. And there's lots of cool footage going on over at the off-road rally. Janice, if you're still watching, see, I got it right. It's off-road rally, right? I hope it's off-road rally because I say that throughout the whole video. And I mean, let's face it, it wouldn't be the first time I'd look like an idiot, but it doesn't make it any easier for me. Oh, here's the, yay, I got it right. Haha, nailed it. I'm so smart, you guys. I am the smartest boy. All right, let's head to this party. That's the wrong franchise. Oh, she did not like that. I'm gonna keep walking. Okay, Fiesta Village. Bit of a party now. Not so bad. Jaguars lighting it up. You guys want to see my favorite view in the whole park? This is my favorite place to go in the whole park. Right here. I love this so much. I was so happy when they reopened this, and it looks like this now. And it doesn't have that. If you remember, it had that little weird fountain thing right here. Which, I mean, do you? I mobbed right past you? That'd be crazy if I got mobbed. And now, so that you're in here somewhere. You're in the video. Congrats, you've been immortalized amongst my 2,600 subscribers. I'm working on it. More to come. But this is my favorite place in the whole park. I love... Thank you for turning this on, though. I appreciate that. That's pretty awesome. Okay, I gotta get out of here. There's a lot of people coming. Oh, I'm about to get mobbed right now by black shirts.
Hey, right there, guys, right there, right?
Why are high schoolers all taller than me now? But they look like they're 9 years old. I don't know, my old Jackson looks like he should be in high school considering some of the way some of these high schoolers look. I don't get it, people. I don't get it. Of course. It is gravity. It's true. Maybe if I concentrate more on getting less wide, it wouldn't push my height down so much. So, okay, so it's not so much they're getting taller, it's just that I'm getting shorter, right? That's... Okay, well, I guess that makes more sense. A lot of people here for a Monday. I like it. I'm happy about that. And, I mean, for the most part, everything is, well, except for the big boy, you know, which I guess that's Ghost Rider being down. I know. And at that point, I won't be around to see it. But as long as I know that it's inevitable, I feel better about myself. It happens to everybody. Maybe I chalk it up to losing all the cartilage in my knees playing sports in high school and college. Because that's, I mean, I already blame my bad back on that. Why can't I blame my knees on that, or my height on that too? A lot of kids, super wide, putting it lightly, super wide by that time. And then I can be like, look, I know you got the height on me, but let's be honest. People like them wide. People like it when I lay on my side and I'm taller. 6 feet tall on my side, but only 5'10" on my feet. I could also take, I could take Jensen's, my youngest, I could take his example and he got these like platform Crocs that he uses when he was just too short to ride some of these rides. So he thought if he used these platform Crocs, they would make him tall enough. And shocker, the ride ops caught on real fast and made him take his shoes off before they checked how tall he was. And yes, I did let him wear them here just to see what would happen. I wasn't going to let him ride any of the rides, but I wanted him to at least have hope because I'm just a terrible father. Without hope, what do we have? Nothing. Well, the bandits are out full force. And by full force, I mean one. Yeah, I know. Hey, it's when you reach 40, you kind of figure you've tried every scheme in the book. It's not until you work at the theme parks and you realize, oh, lots of people do this. This isn't just me. I always like when it's nice and open here, because when it gets cluttered going across the tracks like on weekends and stuff, it always reminds me of that scene in The Matrix when they're going through the scene with the woman in the red dress, when they're walking through the city and everybody's just bumping into them with reckless abandon. They just don't care. Like they don't even acknowledge him. They just bump into him and you can't walk through it. I always hear that song play in my head and I just try to put my head down and walk. Oh, it's more fun cloudy. Don't think for a second I'm not going to ride the log ride when Andrea gets here. I prefer, like I said before, I prefer the clouds. I don't know. Should I go to Boardwalk? Every time I go to Boardwalk, I get demonetized because they play the oldies here, and then I have to cut it out of the recording. I guess I can. Who cares? If the people aren't here for the live stream, then they just missed out, huh? They missed out on this little bit of the walk because it's going to get cut out of the recording. That's just the way it is. There he is, Lament. Hey, I wanted to tell you, Lament, they're running the Goose today instead of the train. I remember you were asking why they call it the Goose. So the Galloping Goose is running today for the first time in forever. If you know that song. But yeah, I was going to tell you, I was going to send you a message later, but now you're here. I can just tell you. But if it goes by, I'll get footage of it because I know you haven't seen it before. But I'm sure it was still it was at the station when we just crossed it right now, so it'll probably be a couple minutes. But that's not a real car noise. That's a man making a car noise. A lot of screamers here today, too. A lot of screamers on these rides. I think it's because there's not... yes, it is. I love that. I love the light blue, like the Soak City water slide colors in Log Ride. I really like that so much. And it seems like, I don't know, it seems like the water level is higher. Maybe that's why it's wetter. But anyway, Lament, they run the Goose on weekdays usually in off seasons because they don't anticipate lots of people and they don't want to burn all that coal on the 5 car on 41 or 340, whichever one they're running on the full train. Just because if they run the full train, then there's going to be a lot of empty space. So it just makes more sense to run the Goose. And the Goose is cool because the Goose is just one of those things where it's just like, there's an exclusivity to it, or Yeah, and exclusivity to it, if that makes any sense.
Oh my gosh.
The Sky Cabin is going today too. The Sky Cabin's been going since 10, which is also interesting. All right. Well, still nobody playing games. I know a lot. This is like with kids. Yeah, it plus I don't know how many engineers engineers they have to run those trains, like at least 3 or 4, right? To run it throughout the day, to clean it and whatever you do with trains. I don't know. I'm not a trains guy. But yeah, I just imagine it's much cheaper to run the Goose than it is to run the train on days like this. I was gonna say amongst like the high schoolers, college, like early 20s. Oh, we all know that noise. We all know that noise. Lots of screamers today, fellas. Okay, back to 1. Back to 1. I said, thank you. My gimbal didn't want to listen to me. Yeah, the game's usually on. I mean, the one that's always getting kind of attention, I noticed, is always the hammer one, because it involves. Oh man, maybe I'm not riding a log ride today. It involves kind of a feat of strength. I don't know, a lot of these kids. If they're like I was in high school, it's a chance to kind of show off a little bit and really, you're stalking me? Well, now you get to stalk yourself. Good to meet you. Josh, good to meet you guys. Good to meet you, Bobby, Robin. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now you get to see this on the channel. Have a good day, you guys. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to ride the log ride today. Did it shut down or something? Why is this line so long? Look at how busy. Holy Magoli. Holy Magoli. Is that a word? It is now. That's what I used to describe all this mess right here. All this going on. Huh. Do they have the fast lane thing available? Looks like it. Yeah. So you can always just get your fast lane. Exactly. See, Janice, we're on the same page. You get it. It's time for fast lane. This is a heck of a line. You must have, huh? Maybe. You want to be? There we go. Fans. Yeah, I see. Attaboy. Represent. Okay, so it looks like the log ride shut down, so that's what's happening. It's backed up. No, it's not. They're still going. It's just a long line. Okay, well, the line goes out to here right now. It goes out to the photo booth, so 30 minutes or so. Worth it if you've never done it.
The water went in under this. I saw it in the water. It was so hot.
Peter on my side.
I thought it was going to get hit by water, so I was like, no.
Yeah, if you've never done the log ride, it's worth it, because there's, especially during the summertime, the line gets even worse. It'll come all the way out here. Guest relations or whatever. Yeah, I would imagine. I would imagine that it's going to take a little bit less stress. I will say though, I'm pretty sure what Tall Guy said was, you still, if you have the premium pass, the platinum pass, that comes with the fast lane per visit. I think you still have to get them at the shop in the merchant shop in Calico, I believe. Oh, there goes the goose right there. There you go, Lament. It's leaving the station. See you later. But yeah, I don't think you can use your Platinum Pass on these Fastlane kiosks yet. I think you have to still go to the shop and get it redeemed out there. I wonder let's see if anybody I know is standing in line at the stagecoach. And then we will walk up through Calico, and then we'll call it because Andrea's here and it's time to eat, baby. I mean, so hungry. No, I don't think so. This is usually where I see other people. But yeah, it looks like today's a day that nobody wants to ride the stagecoach. I decided against it as well. I got plenty of Camp Snoopy footage, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I don't want to put myself through that. Seeing all of the Camp Snoopy stuff being built, but knowing that it's not going to be done in a couple weeks. Until it's done, though, we have Stoke City opening on Friday. So, yippity skippity for all that. I look forward to that. That'll be fun. I don't know if I'm going to go this Sunday or not. I might. If the weather keeps up like this, I will, because I know it's going to be slow. And cold water's cold water. It is what it is to me. I know this weather tends to keep people away from that water park, especially early in the season. When the summer hits, people don't care. But in May, early June, before school's out for summer, at least it's happened the last couple of years. So I'm hoping that trend continues this year. Ghost Rider is down, y'all, so just so you guys know. I know I already said it before, but it's down. They've already started. Most of the mazes they keep year round because they're backing out of the way. So they'll put everything inside the warehouses that they use them for and keep them covered for the year. But there's always, they'll bring the stuff out. You can see it from Ghost Rider, like that final little, what is it called when you spin around in a couple circles? At the end there, you can see they start dumping all that stuff out there. I gotta meet Andrea at Prop Shop. Usually around mid-July-ish. Just because that's when they start actually bringing the stuff out for August is when they start bringing the stuff out for Scary Farm, for the scare zones and whatever. But a lot of the stuff is already done. They just, as of right now, from what we know, I believe we just have the 2 new houses, and I'm pretty sure Waxworks is coming back. That facade was stationed up with the rest of that junk pile outside of the Depths warehouse for a long time. But I think it's gone now, so I think they put it back. But I'm assuming they're working in there because they have that garage door closed that's always open, or it was always open when the Depths was there. But I'm assuming they're working in there and they just want to keep it closed off. And they're building a really big, some building right next to that warehouse. So if that's an extension of that maze, that's going to be a big maze, man. Because it's a big building that they're building next to there. They might actually be using that. I was just kind of thinking about it, that maybe that would be the entrance to the maze, and we go backwards, and the exit will be where the entrance to the Depths used to be. just for flow, because I heard that they're going to bring back the what's it called? The store, the thing, the Legacy store. So if they do that, they probably want to flow traffic through that little area a little bit better this year, just because it could be a bit of a cluster if you get too many people at the same time. Okay, I thought I was going to see Andrea coming in. She must already be over there. She's fast, man. When she's hungry, she's fast. All right, so let's head over to Roaring Twenties. Oh yeah, the Ghost Town is. That's the staple to Knott's Berry Farm. This is Ghost Town all year round. I know that the name of the actual town is Calico, but this is the Calico Ghost Town. So it's always, all year. This is Ghost Town. In fact, during the summer, they do what's called Ghost Town Alive, which is where they have a whole story play out here every day with a lot of different characters and stuff that interact with the guests. It's one of my favorite things that any theme park does ever. It's a really fun way to spend an entire day in this area here. And it's something that it's an experience that you cannot get at any of the other parks. It's like an immersive play, in a sense. So Ghost Town Alive, and that starts in a couple weeks. I want to say June, right? I think June is when Ghost Town Alive starts. Maybe they changed all the flowers on Betsy. I'm getting all the summer flowers, all the orange and yellow. And just a splash of purple. Yeah, mid-June, that's what I thought. I don't know why I always thought that it started with Soak City. But that's old smooth brain Josh over here. Because I know Soak City always opens in May. And then Ghost Town Alive opens when it's hot outside. Ooh, speaking of hot, who's ready for some barbecue? That's right. In fact, I think I said that in an older video, saying that it was going to open on Memorial Day weekend, because that's what I remember. Whoop, back to one. That's what I remember, is it opening end of May, because that's when we would always go, because it wasn't too busy, especially if it's like this, like it has been lately. It's never super busy Memorial Day weekend, because I don't think people realize that it's open. So this year it opens, a week early, 2 weeks early? A week early. So probably, if you don't know, if you're not on the in, then you probably can get there and get a lot of those slides to yourself. Which is kind of nice, actually. I'm excited for that. I love Soak City so much. And they're building that bar over there. It's some new bar over by the outskirt of the wave pool. That's not going to be done probably until like July. They're still putting up the structure of the whole thing. But it looks like it could be cool, and I think that's kind of a good addition to that park. Gosh, Pony Express is still down. This was up for, I want to say, 45 minutes today, and then it shut down again. I don't know who does Knott's launch systems, but it seems like this ride, being a launch ride, breaks down a lot, man. It kind of sucks. I talked to Monty. No. Well, I talked about Monty. I didn't talk to him, though. I don't know. I'm happy that it's coming back. I'm happy that Montezuma's Revenge is coming back next year. But it still saddens me to see the state that it's in. It just, of years of neglect, because obviously they're not gonna they're not going to start working on that ride until Camp Snoopy's done. And now Camp Snoopy's not going to be done until midsummer. So we'll get Monty hopefully early 2025. It's Westworld. I'm good with that. Is it really? Is it Westworld? Because I've never heard of them. I thought it was some big manufacturer. Well, either way, they need to figure that ride out. Because that ride is a nice line eater for the other rides throughout the park. And with Ghost Rider down, they kind of need this one up. Even though it's a 17-second ride, they need that ride up. Yeah, Monty's a bit of a sore subject for me. Just because I recognize the ride's importance to this park and how I see how it's treated. Oh, okay, good. Okay. I'm just making sure we're on the same page, Thor. Yeah, Montezuma, it's just one of those, I don't know. The way they treat Montezuma sometimes is the way I see how they feel about the park as a whole. Because while, it's just a Cedar Fair park, there's a lot of history in this park, and Montezuma is a very significant part of that history. So, I like to see history treated with the respect that it deserves. Montezuma, it's been through it. Oh, you're okay. I'm going this way. Okay, so she's not here yet. But that was a solid little half-hour walk through the park, and I think we're going to call it here in the site of the remains of Pony Express. That is Knott's on a cloudy day. I will see you guys again throughout the week, obviously. Yes, it is. It's synonymous with Knott's Berry Farm, Montezuma's Revenge, or the Hidden Fortress, or whatever they're bringing it back as. Either way, it's the sight, the sounds, the lights, just the experience of it. It is Knott's Berry Farm, and it'll be good when they have it come back next year. I really look forward to it. I just don't like looking at it now, if that makes any sense. Oh, there she is. There's the boss. If you look way out there. Thank you so much, Janice. There's my lunch date. There she is. All right, everybody. We'll see you in another park here soon. I got a bunch of videos coming out this week between here and Universal. Janice says hi. All right, everyone. We're going to catch you on that flippity flop.